Hello and welcome back to update 0.46 in Stranded Deep. Do not adjust your TV sets for things have changed. We are on the same island that we were on last episode, but things are very, very obviously different. 0.46 has been copied over from the experimental branch, and well, some things are good, some things are bad, so let's just start at the top of the list. Basically, there's been a new item added, the splint for broken bones. There has been new underwater details added, and a new tiger shark model and sound effects to go with that. Those are the crib notes. If that's what you wanted, you can click off the video now and go and do your stuff, whatever. Otherwise, a bunch of sound effects have been added that were missing. Some things that didn't have sound effects have also been... Oh, that looks poisonous. That's one of the new poisonous starfish? Yeah, poisonous starfish. Do not tread on starfish. Wow. So billboards have been changed, but the lag is still kind of there. Let's just do a 360. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. There's been optimizations to the way the game is rendered. I think it's kind of still there every time an island or a billboard on the horizon appears, but now during lightning storms they shouldn't remain lit. Rain inside structures should be dealt with, as well as rain underwater. Anything else interesting? Oh, ficus trees not blocking UV rays, so ficus trees will now block UV rays, but if you are a person who has been playing around in the map editor and you like the ones the trees that sort of lean out over the sand, those aren't here. They're gone. Dunzo. Goodbye. The bushes have also been changed. Bob Ross's happy little bushes mutated and become a sort of Day of the Triffids John Wyndham thing, which is why this island is going to need to be revisited in the map editor and sort of tweaked and tidied up, as well as a few things like, I mean, what's going on here? I do not know. You can drink out of the solar stills directly. Solar stills, where are you? Water collector. So let's have a little drink. But these things will now collect water during a rainstorm. I believe farms will also get water during a rainstorm because that was a bit weird. Names of things have changed. So the clay water bottle was now just a water bottle. Anything else? Oh, jumping like climbing or mantling has been disabled near things like your raft and I believe things like trees, so we should be able to jump near trees, and now we have to hold space to climb, because before people were getting stuck between rocks and trees and various bits and pieces. So optimizations in the way the game is rendered, optimizations in, well, those trees in the distance look like ass. Let's just leave it at that. But the bell of the ball, the one to make them all the boys come to the yard, do the things to the yard, is the fact the underwater, boom, has changed significantly. There's a lot of plants and things been added underwater. Tube coral. I have noticed the sea snakes will now spawn in shallow water, as will, that's a sea snakes, as will the lionfish. So you don't need to worry about them in deep water. There are a lot of blacktip reef sharks. I made this map, and blacktip reef sharks are quite prevalent, even though I didn't add that many, and then they were all added to the central area of the map. There's new vibrancy settings, so we're actually on neutral or natural at the moment, but you can crank up the vibrancy so the greens really pop and the blues really pop. That's kind of cool. Things like fibrous leaves coming off of yucca trees. Can we do this? Can we find a yucca that we didn't already mash up with our axe? This side of the island? That side of the island. Let's go to this side of the island. Let's do it. I don't want to do that. Let's go this side of the island. Swimmy swim swim. So yeah, it's looking beautiful in the water. I will say that. The music is now playing. Is this the music from the menu? The old music menu? Not entirely sure. Let's find ficus. Let's smack it in the face with an axe and see if it explodes. I don't know where the ficus are on this island anymore because of the bushes. Oh my word! This is a thing we're going to have to deal with. There's a new animation for the seagulls. Seagulls can now glide, which is cool. Yell if you spot a ficus. There's one in here somewhere, but I think they've been consumed by the bushes. That's a terrible thing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to show the ficus animation or ficus getting exploded thing. Might be a problem. Might be a problem. Okay, let's give up on that for the time being. Yes, so what else have we got? Water still to be drinkable on site. Yes, we've done that. Water still to add 1 water per hour when raining. Good. Reduce the gyrocopter audio volume, so if you had a gyrocopter and you're being deafened, cool. Piggies now have dust clouds behind them. Nice. That's actually pretty cool. Nice. Whale beasties have been reactivated in game, so you can now use your whale beasties, and the marlins are also a thing that is back in the game. So if you really wanted to build a map and throw marlin in there, or if you're just out in deep sea and marlin kind of your cat bag, then good. We're going to grab the air tank. We're going to grab these things of food. Probably. Let's have a... we need some... nope. Let's have a little nom so we don't completely die. Good. What is the time actually? 13:51. You know what? We can probably change the time while we're just doing this. Tube coral's been added, by the way. DevTools dot time 10. There we go. So the birdies. Oh yeah, they got a new glide animation. It's kind of hard to see from down here, but they are gliding. They're not just flapping like crazy. Piggy, you're running around, but we need to have a little bit more explore underwater. So yeah, the sea snakes, they should only spawn in shallow water. Tube corals, tubes, plate corals. There's been a bunch of stuff added. It's pretty cool. So the underwater has been... there's a poisony boy. Underwater has been tweaked, and it is looking fan-freaking-tastic, if I do say so myself, and I do. So that's, is that a small price to pay for the ficus trees? I don't know, I'm thinking the ficus trees, I like the old ones. I really like working with the old ones, but the underwater is now freaking amazing. So that is... absolutely cool. Tube corals, table corals, fan corals, brain corals, staghorn corals, sea clams, poisonous starfish, new starfish. Is that a poisonous starfish or a new starfish? I think that's a new starfish. Underwater coral, shoreline seaweed, the new island bush which we've seen, and new island tree foliage. Well, I guess that's the that is the ficus tree that has been changed. That's freaking cool. Underwater is just brilliant now. But the tiger sharks are going to make it a pain in the butt. There's new shark music, by the way. So if you are used to the original shark music, get ready for new shark music. That's the thing. And there's just a bunch of other things. And a player limp animation, so that's cool. Stingrays and reef sharks use a new variation of the fish system, so they swim differently. And they're... oh yeah, if you're on a slower machine and you were drowning when you were starting a game, that should be fixed now as well, because that was pushing you to the bottom of the map and you were just basically under the water level. Ooh, and a reduced CPU overhead for physics objects. Cool. I think that's pretty much everything that's in the patch notes, but there was one other thing that we should really look at, because there was in the experimental notes. Oh, why can I not think and talk at the same time? In the experimental notes, there was a mention of new island terrain generation, and I think the translucency in the water has changed, has it? Maybe. And that was basically to cover... oh, can we get up here? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So yeah, the way the islands change, the way the islands are generated should have changed, and they should be more realistic. But we're only going to be able to find that out if we go and start a new map, which I'm going to do anyway. But I need to tweak it and stuff, and add things like this place in. So let's hit up the main menu and just go and see what the new world, if you do generate a new map, looks like. Ooh, so we've seen this before, but the aeroplane is looking a little bit more chic, I think. Oh, and yeah, this is fun. It's fun every time. So skipped ahead in time, and now we are on a new map in a new world, and things already look a little bit different, refreshingly different, almost OG, 0.21 different. The island is looking very, well, a lot more varied than the normal starting island. For example, it's a little bit bigger, or it feels a little bit bigger. There's a lot of stuff here. There's Mr. Krabs, and there's Rex, which I don't remember having a wreck on the starting island, at least not recently. Let us not waste time crafting things. Although, if we do bring up the crafting menu, things have changed a little bit. They've got some slots going on here, which I hadn't noticed because we are not on the experimental update. We've been playing on the main update. So that's changed, interestingly. But. Wow. Light, dark, light. I'm wondering how much has actually changed in terms of rendering. I don't know. But let's go T dot. I'd have to type around the old microphone stand. So let's go and visit some islands, because let's do it. I wonder if there's any sharks around here that we can have a little look at. No tigers. Don't know. Let's go and just have a look at a few islands, see if they've changed any. Oh my. Yeah, so island generation has actually changed by the looks of things. They're looking a little bit more natural. Oh, and there's one of the containers that was missing. It has spawned in some rocks. But that's kind of cool. So we've got, oh yeah, this is looking way more OG. Way more 2.1. Oh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. We got a couple of nice big wrecks. I don't see any sharky boys, like tiger sharks. I'm guessing they're going to be a little bit harder to spot, because the ones in 0.44 were sandy colored, and 0.46 they're going to be slightly more blue, and the stripes on them are going to really camouflage them with the sort of underwater wavy effects. So that's going to be an issue for everyone. Boom! Island. That is looking pretty sweet, actually. Let's go and visit another island. Let's go and visit a small island. So that's apparently a large island. See what the small island has to offer us. First of all, there's a wreck. There's a blacktip reef shark. So the blacktip reef sharks seem to be a little bit more prevalent. There's a lot of underwater rocky boys. So if you are wandering around on your big old raft, you're going to have to be a little bit aware of underwater rocky boys. So yeah, but oh my word, there is a lot of wrecks and stuff around here. And that water dough, it looks freaking beautiful. It really does. So this is a small island, but that sort of apron of sand, that is beautiful. That's actually really well done. So still a little bit upset about the ficus trees and about the bushes, but I think we can probably work around that. Yeah, this plant is weird. The one that grows into the tree itself. But that's definitely a thing. Oh, forest floor texture. This is probably what this brown stuff is. So that's a forest floor texture. Yeah, okay, it's interesting. I guess it's a little bit, I guess it's part of the height map as well. So the higher you go, the browner the texture is, and the lower it goes, the more sandy it becomes. Makes perfect sense. Let's go and look at a few more rando generated islands. What have we got going on over here? So we're using dev tools at the moment just to fly around. All right, yeah, okay. So again, varied. Nice. There's, oh, yeah, looks like one of them poisonous. I'm guessing that is a poisonous, a poisonous starfish. The spikes and the purple nature kind of allude to the fact that you don't want to be stepping on it. In terms of like material. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff around here to actually start building things. Rock texture did get changed. It did. It is textury and looks like a bit of a rock. Nice, 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 nice. So if you've been away from the game and you're like, you know what I really liked doing? I like swimming in the sea. Well, I guess sea swimming is definitely a thing. There's a black tip reef shark just getting a little bit stuck on the rocks. Hey, buddy. You're right down there. Yeah, we're just hovering. A little bit like Jesus. A little bit like Jesus, but like completely not like Jesus at all. Let's have a look at a few more islands. Oh, boom, small container. Right, okay. So that's a thing that's happening. And obviously you can knock the sides off of these things and use them to make houses and various bits and pieces. So that's cool. Wreck. Good. Other wreck. Nice. Okay, cool. So I think the underwater game has actually been stepped up. If you are a person who likes the underwater bit aspect of this, you are in for a treat. I still think the land needs a little bit of work. I mean, we've got this cranked up to the max, and yeah, it's still a little bit, I don't know, shadows and render distance and the fact that ficus trees now look like butt. Okay, let's look at one more island. Have we been here? No, we have not. Boom. Another container. So the container game is strong on this map. Wrecks aplenty in the shallows and the deep. See if we can crank the audio up. Well, I can crank the audio up, so if I can hear anything swimming around. I don't hear anything. I see a black tip reef shark. I'm just seeing if we can find a tiger. Just real quick. Don't know. The clarity of the water is actually pretty good. There was a time when the water clarity got, it was pretty cloudy. And that was a real issue if you wanted to stand on your raft or build something and then shoot down into water to take out tiger sharks. No, I don't think we can trigger anything by sort of hovering around. Can't hear any sort of sharp music. We kind of had to get close enough to interrupt their patrol. No, not hearing them. So trying to find something while you're doing a recording is a little bit tricky. So I'll tell you what, I'll leave you guys to find the tiger sharks. I'm sure they are around aplenty, and I'm sure they will wrap you with their teeth of huggy joy and love. Good. So there's a quick look at the new 0.46 update. Yeah, there's a lot to... No, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I think away from the ficus trees and away from the shrubs, everything looks pretty sweet. There's a few bugs here and there. The tree's not quite in the ground, but that's it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, definitely. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this very, very brief look at the new update. Yeah, if you like this videos, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe, and if you do subscribe, click the little bell, because that's going to help out, and it will show you new videos as they get uploaded. I am going to go away and regen my own map, copy some of the current world tiles in maybe Home Island and give them a little bit of a tweak so that they fit into the brave new world. But you know what? I'll catch you next time.